Hi, I'm Red Hot Annie for Vaudezilla Vision, and today I'm going to demonstrate pin curls and victory rolls on our lovely model, Mia D.I.Y. You're going to need a couple different supplies. One of them is going to be a hairspray, a high quality hairspray if you can afford it. You'll also need a teasing brush of some sort. I like something that's got a thick bristle in here because the bristles actually help make a really nice smooth texture for the victory rolls. You'll need hair clips for holding the curls once you've made them with the curling iron. You'll need bobby pins, which you can get at a Sally's Beauty Supply or something along those lines. And these are in blonde, so they're perfect for Mia's hair. And then you need a curling iron, again, a nice curling iron if you can afford it. It will make a difference on how well the curls hold over the course of time. And my favorite is this really fabulous shine spray that I got from Tiger Lily Salon. This is a really nice product. One of the things that professional hairstylists will do is they divide the hair in triangles when they're working with it. So Mia, can you look down so people can kind of see? So you can see it's divided in segments kind of like a watermelon or an orange. So we're going to take this hair segment here and just kind of clip it out of the way. And we're going to work in those segments in all the different areas. So again, we're segmenting from the crown, the center part of her hair, all the way down to her ear. Taking that, twisting it out of the way. Same thing on the other side. So in the back, I'm going to continue dividing in those triangles. So from here, I'm going to actually take this piece here and divide it in half, bringing the top half up. Another thing that a lot of professional hairstylists will do is they work from the back forward. So this makes a difference in making sure that your back gets as much tension as the front of your hair does. So we're using these hair clips to just pin everything out of the way so that we're able to easily curl all of this. So for this back area, we're going to start with a little spray of hairspray here. That's a little hairspray. And then we're going to take our brush and we're going to just move it into segments. Can you look to the right again one more time? So we're going to take a segment here. And the key for pin curls, ooh, awkward reach, is to take the curling iron and to curl from the top down. So you're pointing the barrel down like this. And you're just going to face the curls in towards the hair here. Now with Mia's hair length, you're able to get a pretty good curl in like this, but if the hair is longer, you want to make sure that you're curling towards the base first. So you're curling that in and then unclamping so that you're getting down further into the hair shaft and then curling it back up. So as soon as you've taken the hair out, you want to make sure that you grab one of those clips and just pin it in place. This is why it's called pin curls. So one of the signature things about pin curls is that all of the curls go in the same direction. So now that we're moving on to this chunk of hair here, we're going to make sure that all the curls are facing this way. That means that when I'm curling on this side of the head, I'm curling backwards, and when I'm curling on this side of the head, I'm curling forwards. This is a characteristic of the pin curl, so it's something that you want to make sure that if you want to really capture the look, you're getting accurately. Making sure we got plenty of hairspray. Then I'm going to pull this top part up, pull it back, because we always start from the bottom and move up. So even if you have hair texture similar to Maria's, where it's a little bit on the more delicate side, the finer side, then you want to still make sure that you're separating to really get that nice curl. And the first place that you catch the curl is really important that that be pretty close to the head. So notice that I'm bringing the curling iron pretty close in there, so that first curl is right there. And that's really critically important. It's not something that a lot of people think about when they're curling their hair, but it's one of the things that makes a difference between a professional looking hairstyle and a hairstyle that you maybe learned from observing your parents. So we're moving that in there. And another advantage of separating the hair like this and curling each section, making 2 curls here as opposed to 1, is that if your hair is on the finer side, it's going to look a little bit more voluminous, which is really important because in burlesque, as a burlesque performer, most of the time you are on stage, and you're a little bit of a distance away from people. So it's important that you have volume and more of a dramatic look. So same thing for this guy. Just going to pin it up. So this is where we're going to start to see that curl make a difference. So for here, when we take, Mia, would you look down? Mm-hmm. When we take this first section here to curl it, when we drop this curl, it's going to cover over this hair here. And that's one of the important things in curling a person's hair, is that you're not working in squares so that you have sort of a line of separation there, but instead when you drop the curl, that it falls over the rest of it. So we're going to get a little hairspray. Separate it out, and we're working in triangles, always working in triangles. So notice that the hair has that first curl up here, that's really important, and then when it drops, it covers in the front. That's really important as well. Still working in triangles. So notice all these curls are curling towards her face. On the other side, they're going to curl away. And having some curl in your hair is going to be really helpful for the victory rolls. It's harder to do victory rolls from straight hair. So you do want to have a little bit of a curl to it or a little bit of volume to it. So even if you have like naturally really curly hair, tight and curly, you can still do victory rolls. You just sort of have to work with the texture and let the volume of the curls be part of the characteristic of the victory rolls. So do not despair if your hair texture is not like Mia's. You can still do this look. Great, so I'm going to move on to the other side and curl it, again, moving backwards this way. So now we've curled all of Mia's hair, and now we're going to take out the curlers. So just like how we started in the back and moved forward, we're going to start in the back and move forward with removing the curlers. At this point, I like to really take a look at how well the hair held the curl and make sure that if it needs a little bit of extra hairspray, that I give it to it now. Especially if your hair is finer, you may find that you need a little bit of extra hairspray. Good, so all of these curls are nice and thick and full, and you notice you don't really see a lot of lines of demarcation in there. That's really important. So even when I get to the top of the hair, I'm deciding which way the curls go. So you'll notice here all of the curls are going this way. Give her another little hairspray. And then one of the qualities of pin curls is that this is actually brushed out. So you really could wear it just like this if you wanted. But if you're really going for a classic look, then you're just going to brush this out a little bit. And this gives you a really nice sort of Marilyn Monroe do. I like to use my fingers to kind of separate out that hair. Especially on Mia's hair, this looks like Marilyn Monroe. It's really nice. I know, you look fabulous, lady. So this could be a do just in and of itself. You have a lot of different options from here. You can define some of the curls so that you're sort of pulling some of the curls. Here, if you've used good hairspray, then you have a lot of options for this. So you can take the curls and sort of separate them out. Or you can have it sort of more of that soft cotton candy brushed together look. So from here, if you're going to do victory rolls, you have a lot of different options. You can part down the center and you can do 2 big victory rolls, or you can keep it on the side and just do 1 victory roll on one side or the other. The key with victory rolls, and we're going to just start with the one on the side. The key with the victory rolls is going to be to make sure, again, that you're working in triangles, and that's going to be a common thing. Think of the shape of your head. So your head is shaped like in a circle, like an orange. So you want to be making sure that you're dividing it like you would divide an orange, as opposed to sort of trying to work squares on a round head. It just sort of changes things a little bit. So that you guys can see it, I'm going to work it from this way over. So I've got my part here on the side. I usually work in a diagonal back. And then I'm going to take a part down to the ear. And the rest of this is not going to be part of the victory roll. Just this part's going to be part of the victory roll. And why it's so important to take that triangle as opposed to the square is because that when we take this hair and we roll it back into that victory roll, we want this to lay flat. Okay. So from here we've taken this hair and we're going to just roll it back. So I'm going to take the curl, so notice that nice natural curl is going to help us build a really nice pretty victory roll. And I take 2 fingers and sort of roll it in there and make sure that this is pulling tight against the head here. And that this looks nice and flat here. And then we're going to take a couple bobby pins. You shouldn't need more than 2 if you've got texture like Mia's. And when you are doing the bobby pin, you're going to actually move the bobby pin in towards the head and then twist it. So again, you're thinking of your head as a circle and not a square, and making sure that the bobby pin is going in and twisting. So this gives us a really basic, cute look, just one side for the victory rolls. Now this is a very small one, so when you're doing victory rolls, you can really make them really big. When I do victory rolls, I go big. I go way big. So we're going to go with 2 separate victory rolls here, and we're going to give them a little bit more volume. So we're going to part Mia's hair down the center here. Make sure you got a nice center part. And then we're going to pull the division again for that triangle. And if you'd like, you can even pin this stuff back here. This will help with the, so that you're not too confused with it. So you're not getting hair in there that you don't want. So we're going to start by doing some teasing towards the base here. So you're just going to tease in a little bit here. And the more you tease it, the bigger it's going to get. That's kind of the key to it. So I'm going to pull this teasing up just a little bit past here. Looking good. And the great thing about a brush like this is that you can tease back here and then you can use that same brush to sort of smooth that front so that it's all moving in the same direction and it still looks really pretty. It's really great for that specifically. So we're making sure that everything's part of this, and then when we come in for our victory rolls, we're going to have a much bigger roll. So making sure that this is all smooth up here. Take this guy, wrapping it around my fingers, pulling it to the head here. Really good. So that gives us just a little bit more of a thicker look. Bigger victory rolls. And then we'll give it 2 pins on this side here. Going in towards the head and twisting. Same thing on the inside. And then if you have this where the hair is kind of hanging out back, or hanging out like that, you just want to give it just an extra little pull. And a bobby pin from back there. And then the great thing about this brush is that all of this sort of roughness that we have here, we can just give it a quick little spray. And brush it up towards that so that it's really smooth. Let this guy go. And there's one. Thank you so much for watching Vaudezilla Vision. I'm Red Hot Annie, this is Mia Divine, and we'll see you next time.